This is your daily stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and of course, the latest update on the stimulus negotiations between Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin as of today, Thursday, October 29th. Let's get right into it and see what is going on. But hey everybody, my name is Matt. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for checking me out, and please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. If you're returning, hey, welcome back. Good morning. So nice to see you again. Thank you for being here, for being such a loyal friend. You know the drill. I'm here every single day, looking out for you, doing all the research so that you don't need to. Like I always say, I'm your advocate for everybody that is here in this community. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's get right into this and talk about what's going on. But before we do, I want to mention a couple things. I've seen this in the comments section way too many times over the last few days and the last week or so, and I wanted to hit on this because it's really sad to see this. There's been a lot of people saying, I'm going to be evicted. I'm going to be living on the streets. I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be living in my car. Here's the deal. You should not be getting evicted right now. I think there's a lot of landlords out there who don't know that there's an eviction ban right now. If you are being evicted simply because you cannot pay your rent, that can't be happening. However, they can still evict for the breaching of a contract, a lease agreement, a lease contract for other reasons. However, if it comes down to the fact that you are having trouble paying right now, you can't be evicted for that. There's a declaration on the cdc.gov website. You just need to get that declaration, fill it out, supply one copy to your landlord, keep a copy for yourself, and they cannot evict you through the end of this year. However, going into January, that's a totally different story. But let's just one day at a time here. I feel like that's all we can do. One day, 1 week, 1 month at a time. So we're a little more than 2 months away from the end of the year. Let's cross that bridge when we get there. But please, if you're one of these people that's facing eviction, check out that declaration. You should not be getting evicted. So that's the one. Another thing, I've been seeing a lot of comments of people saying, I don't have any food. I'm starving. I don't know what to do. Here's the deal. I've made a bunch of videos talking about food assistance over the last probably 2 months of all these different programs offering food assistance right now, including SNAP as one of them. If you have not applied for SNAP, please do it. It costs nothing. It's free to apply for SNAP. It's a food assistance. You get it on a card, like a debit card, each and every month, EBT. You can go to the grocery store and buy what you want with the allocation of money that you have received. So please go back, scroll through my videos, check out some of those. I have multiple videos on food assistance. Otherwise, apply for SNAP. Give them a call. The phone number, 1-800-221-5689. Yes, I have that number memorized because I've said it so many times lately. All right, so check those videos out as well for additional assistance. Also, one other thing. I want to throw this out there too. Some states, counties, and or cities are offering stimulus for their citizens. For example, just last week in one of my videos, I talked about a program in Compton, California. They're offering their citizens, residents, 800 of their residents, monthly stipends. A stipend is just a payment, like a stimulus check, a monthly stipend for the next 2 years with no obligation. Again, there are many other cities. This is just one example, but there's states, cities, counties that are doing this. Do a simple internet search. Type in your state and type in like stimulus or rent, financial assistance or something like that. Use a few different keywords, but type in your state, your county, your city. See if there's anything available in your area. There might be something. It's not implemented in all the states, the cities, and the counties, but it is available in some. Check it out. It might be available in your area. All right. I wanted to hit on that because I see so many comments, and I just want to be here for you and continue to give all of you ideas on how to navigate this time. All right. As far as Nancy and Steve goes, they haven't talked. That's what it comes down to. They haven't talked in a couple days. So here we are. We have these two clowns playing around for the last, how long now? 2 months? Talking, doing nothing, trading notes, passing notes back and forth, talking on the phone for 45 minutes, 48 minutes, 52 minutes, 60 minutes. One night, we got 90 minutes out of these people one time. So here's the deal. They haven't talked in a couple days now. We don't know if they're going to talk again or if they've just temporarily thrown in the towel on stimulus negotiations until after the election. Just a couple days ago, everybody was still feeling optimistic. Yeah, we can get a stimulus deal done before the election. They weren't saying stimulus checks out, but they were saying maybe we can get a stimulus deal done, an agreement. We can get the stimulus package agreed upon, and then we can go into voting sometime soon. But that's kind of what we've been banking on, is an agreement, just an agreement before the election. But it seems that these people had possibly thrown in the towel and just given up. They gave up on us. Are you surprised? I'm not. It's just sad and really ridiculous that, I mean, we're so close and they just like ran away from the deal. Like, whatever. I don't know. Nancy Pelosi was out in some interviews. Here's the deal. I can read to you about 6 different quotes from Nancy out of the interview, but do you really care anymore? Based on all of the comments I'm seeing down below, I would have to bet that many of you don't want to hear another word from Nancy. So, I'm just going to save my breath and not even say the quotes from Nancy. I'll just give you a little hint. I listened to the whole interview. She didn't say anything riveting worth talking about. Of course, I could give you some quotes, but you know what? She didn't say anything like, oh my gosh, stimulus deal tomorrow, $20,000 stimulus checks. She didn't say that. So don't worry. She didn't say anything worth repeating. All right. So with that, let's look into some foresight into the future as for when we could potentially see the stimulus package. The reason I want to do this is because we're starting to see a mirror image of exactly what we saw earlier this year in March. Let me explain. COVID cases spiking all over the country. As we look over into Europe, look at Europe. It's become a mess. Actually, over the last, 2 months, Europe was actually doing really, really well. Europe was doing great, far better than in the United States. But guess what? Just recently, the European region, all these European countries, they're actually going into lockdown situations once again. They're implementing curfews. They're shutting down restaurants, bars, places of gather of different sorts. There's all kinds of different stipulations coming into effect over in many of these European countries. All of a sudden, they're just being implemented. Well, let's think back earlier this year. What happened earlier this year? Well, we saw all of this madness happening over in Europe with all of these lockdowns, the shutdowns, the quarantines, the lockdowns of different industries, bars, clubs, restaurants, you name it. Anything that required or allowed people to gather in any more than just a handful of people, they were closing it all down. Well, guess what? They're doing it again. Not only that, here in the United States, COVID cases spiking once again. All over the place. In fact, there are some isolated incidents of cities, counties, states, more like local areas that are locking down, shutting down. It's happening here in the United States once again. So, not only that, here's another thing that really triggered the quick action of Congress. Think back to March. Remember how quickly Congress acted in March to approve the CARES Act? They were actually pretty quick. It was almost impressive how quick they worked. And now we've seen them waste the last 5 months of our lives going back and forth, not making any kind of agreement. But here's the deal. What was happening during that time? The stock market was plunging. I know a lot of you don't really care about the market, but why I'm mentioning it is because it is actually important in this. Why? Because all of these people in Congress, let's just be honest, they're all multimillionaires. They're all heavily invested. They all own assets, right? They're heavily invested in the stock market. They own real estate. They own all kinds of stuff. When the market plunges, what do they want to do? They want to pump it back up with phony money that the Fed prints out of their fake printing press. So what do they want to do? They quick want to pass another stimulus package, pass it out so the Fed can print up trillions upon trillions of dollars and pump it into the market so that they reinflate the bubble. That's the deal. That is the facts. That's what happens every single time. So my point is, just over the last few days, the market's been going down, which is great. We need it. Plunge. Yeah. I was about to say a bad word right there, but I caught myself right before I did. No, but seriously, we need this. And people that are invested are thinking, no, this is bad. No, trust me, it's good. It's going to be good. So as we compare right now to what happened earlier this year, we're seeing the same things happen. COVID cases spiking all over. The stock market is beginning to roll over once again. Look out below, I am saying. Been waiting for this for a while. And it is going to be fantastic when the market gets the rug pulled out from underneath it and it is sell short time. Yeah. Fun stuff. Anyway, I am in the process of preparing a couple other videos that I think you're really going to like. It's going to be, these videos I'm going to produce I'm going to release them here in the next couple days, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm laying out a few different scenarios for what could happen as far as the stimulus package, the stimulus checks, and these different scenarios after the election, depending on what happens after the elections. So anyway, this was a rant. Let's just be honest. This was a hardcore rant. I don't even know if I talked about stimulus checks. I did, a little bit. But seriously, as of right now, Nancy and Steve, they've basically just thrown in the towel on us as of today. That's what's going on. Of course, something could change this afternoon. You never know. But either way, I'm going to continue bringing you these daily updates every single day because that's my commitment. It has been since April 1st when I uploaded my very first stimulus check video. April 1st. I've been doing them every single day since then. Either way, I will continue to do it for infinity. That doesn't make any sense. Into eternity. Does that make more sense? I don't know. Anyway, I got to shut this thing off because I'm just getting off on a rant and it doesn't even make sense anymore. So I will catch all of you later. Thanks so much for your friendship and support, and I'll see you again soon.